I can
Hi,
do that
everyone.
one.
Welcome to another, well, it says Lipedema Wellness Conversations with Gail and Friends, but actually, this is a opportunity for us to highlight one of our key sponsors for our next Heart to Heart event coming up at the end of October. Here we are. Oh no, there's all different kinds of things. Okay, here we are. This is there is our Heart to Heart sponsor meet and greet because we are having a special virtual event. It's coming up at the end of October 27, 28, and 29. And Phyllis is here from Where Ease because Phyllis has been one of our main sponsors for several events going now, and we're so happy to have her again. She has some wonderful products that we're going to talk to you about today. Hi, Phyllis.
Hi, Leslyn. Thank you.
And we do share the last name, although we are not related at all. As far as I can tell, it might go back, 5 or 6 generations. It's somewhere we are. So, but we like to say we're cousins because we have a special bond together. We do a lot of things together. Phyllis and I were at the National Lymphedema Network conference together last weekend and did a lot of great networking and talking to people there. But today we wanted to talk about the Wear Ease product line, and I think is a huge value to our listeners and our attendees for the Heart to Heart event. And so, one thing that we talked about that we wanted to mention was some special compression garments that are for the lower body that can particularly be beneficial to individuals with lipedema. So, Phyllis, could you talk about those a little bit?
I'd be happy to. So, I just want to mention that Leslyn has been a great supporter for Wear Ease over the years. And she had a business years ago where she actually carried some of our products. Um, so, we started making shorts probably 5, 6, oh, wow, it's probably 8 years ago. And as we gained more knowledge about the need, we created new styles. And so one of the style that we're offering our event special on is style 614. And that's a compression short that is cut for the fuller figured. And so has a high waistband. It's got a fuller cut, and you can tell that by the rise. So we have a size and fit guide on our website, and you can refer to that to see what size you might wear. And you measure the front rise and the back rise to see that, which is critical to ensure that the product will fit you. Our shorts and our bottoms, I like to talk about the 4 C's of Wear Ease:
Mhm.
comfort, compression, containment, and compliance. So our goal is to provide you something that's comfortable, that provides you mild therapeutic compression, and they provide containment for lobules if that's an issue. And as a result, we get good compliance because if they're comfortable in doing their job, then you're going to want to wear them. These shorts are now in 2 lengths. There's 614S and 614L. And the difference is the L is 3 inches longer. And we give you the inseam on the size and fit guide, which is measuring from your pubic bone to where you might want them to reach. And the reason we did 2 lengths is because therapists did not want to have the short hit you behind the knee. So it's a challenge to create a ready to wear short that works for everybody. So we
So
came
when
out,
you talk about the length, you're talking about how long the shorts go down your thigh.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you can see what the length, whether you
Yes.
want to.
Yes.
Sorry, my nose
And
is.
each of those two shorts, the 614S and the 614L, come in how many different sizes?
Small through 6X. Um, and then if you need something a little longer, we have the 615, which we call our full figured capri, and that is about 6 inches longer than the 614L, but it only comes up to size 4X right now.
Okay, and that will hit about mid-calf or maybe down to your ankle, depending on how tall you are.
Right. And we show, to help you figure out your sizing and what it looks like, we show a model as an example, and she's 5'11". She's a fuller figure gal, and so we give you her measurements, and she's wearing a 1X in the shorts. So if you want to line up your measurement and compare your measurement to her measurement, you can kind of look at the chart and figure out where you fall. And if you have any questions, you can always give us a call.
Yeah. And asking about that, someone who's watching here right now, could they just order themselves, or does this have to go through someone who has an account with you?
We have a retail website, so you can go to www.wearease.com, and that's our site with a shopping cart, and you can order online and just purchase it direct.
Could you talk a little bit about the material? When people, maybe they've never used compression shorts before, tell us about the material. How does that feel?
So it's 80% nylon, 20% spandex. It's a very supportive fabric. It feels cool to the touch. Women tell me, and men too, that they feel relief the minute they put them on.
Yes.
But they need to fit right. You don't want them to fit too tight. They need to fit snug and comfortable.
Right.
All of the seams all the garments are double layer of fabric, and all the seams are in between the layers of fabric. So you're not going to feel seams to the touch on the inside or the outside. And these garments are latex free. And they wear, as long as you take care of them properly, they are very supportive. It's a strong fabric and they wear well.
Yeah.
And a lot of therapists recommend these garments for layering. So maybe you have bandages on or stockings. This garment is great for layering over those things.
I would also comment that because of the spandex lycra, it's a little bit slippery, so it slides on over. Like if you're wearing some thigh-high compression stockings, it will slide on over that really easily. It's not going to get stuck on it. And then when you put pants on over it, your pants slide on. And because of that construction with the seam being inside the two layers, you're not going to get that seam pressed into your skin. And also, if you're wearing snug pants over them, the seam is not going to pop out and show through your pants. So that they're very nicely constructed products. That is just, what you said, Phyllis, if they're properly fit. I've had my patients put them on and it's immediate. Their response is, it gives them relief and comfort as soon as they get on that properly fitted shorts.
And one thing I was going to point out, it's best to wear cotton underwear with these, because if you're wearing nylon, it's going to, it's not going to be as nice and comfortable. But then I've had some therapists say you shouldn't wear any underwear at all. So I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah. And that I've had several patients that, they don't have any leakage or anything like that happening. And then they prefer to have one less layer and they don't wear underwear with them. But you certainly, as you say, you can and just wear a cotton underwear is going to be the most comfortable. That's an excellent point. My patients always love the products. You also have a full line as you started, was for the upper body, to do upper trunk, breast, even going down the arms with some of your t-shirts and longer sleeve upper body garments that I kept a whole inventory of all the sizes of, because they, again, they met those 4 C's that you just talked about. And the first thing that we would see was that comfort, that I could have patients come in for an evaluation visit, and they were complaining of just a dull ache, some discomfort because of swelling and congestion. And once you put on that properly fitting garment, the relief is immediate. So this is something that they can get on the very first day, something that was giving them relief. And that's huge, for quality of life and feeling better.
Mobility.
Yeah. Being able to go home and be able to do what you want to do with your daily life. So it's very important.
And they're nice enough for wearing on the outside, so you don't have to worry about covering them up. It's not like they're underwear.
Yes.
We had a couple ladies model at in fashion show.
Yes.
And they kept the capris on, and they went dancing afterwards in
yes.
the capris.
Yeah.
And they were very comfortable.
Now, the compression bras, not necessarily going to wear those without something over it, but you have the compression tees that and the slimmers that look like a tank top. They're great for layering, and they can be worn, by themselves. I've had patients that don't cover them up. Same thing. They look like something that you would get at, the department store and perfectly acceptable to wear without covering up. You have some great colors. Now, of course, the bottoms only come in black. Is that correct?
Yes, just black, basic black.
Which people like. It goes with everything. Black tends to be slimming.
And it hides a lot of figure flaws.
And I like for the bottoms, when we put on that, like I say, it is mild compression. It's not this super strong compression, but it's so supportive that if you have any bulges or lobules or stuff, it sucks them in. And it does, like you say, helps hide that stuff and makes you feel good about how you look.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the colors that you have with some of the upper body garments, because you have a nice variety.
Thank you. So we have a collection, our shapewear collection, which is basically the same fabric, but different colors. So we have our latest, one of the items we modeled was the 914, the Taylor tee in a light coral, and you can actually stop traffic with that color. We have a lilac in one of our compression camisoles. That's the Ava. And we have teal.
Yes,
in one
I
of
love
our
that one.
camisoles. And we have rose pink. And then we have a fuchsia. And then we have basic colors, because people always say they like the colors, but most people want to buy the basics. So we have the white, nude, black. We have another garment in cappuccino and another one in latte. So we like our coffee drinks.
Yes. Yeah. And the compression bras also come in those basic colors, the nude, the latte, and the black and the white, typical colors that you would get for your standard bra. And when we meet again, Phyllis, and we talk on next Monday, we're going to really talk a lot about the upper body stuff and more information about that. But for today, I want to make sure people know that this is going to be a huge benefit for those of you that attend our Heart to Heart event. You're going to get that great 20% off on those compression shorts, either in the short length on your thigh or the longer length. And this comes into a 6X. So I think with all those variety of sizes, the winner, or not the winner, but anybody who orders these products is probably going to be able to find one in their size.
One thing I do want to mention one thing about sizing, because I know lots of times women with lipedema have proportionately smaller waists. And what I always tell women is to look at our hip measurement and don't really focus on the waist, because if you size the hip and your waist is smaller than the chart, it's probably going to work for you anyway. Yes. Because it just accommodates what's there, what your fuller figure.
It accommodates a wide range for, a smaller waist. And a lot of people don't want to have a super tight around the waist. So don't worry if you want to take advantage of that 20% discount, and your waist measurement doesn't fit into the size chart for what you need for your hips. It will, as Phyllis says, it will accommodate that, and it's just going to feel comfortable without feeling like your waist is being constricted. Yeah, and so we are going to have a wonderful time at the event. Like I say, Phyllis is someone who's always supported us, and we're so happy to have you again for this October's event also, Phyllis. This is such a wonderful thing for our community of people who have lipedema and or lymphedema. And it's going to be such a great event on October 27, 28, 29. There are links below to, of course, to Phyllis and Wear Ease, but also to find out more about the event. And so we really look so forward to seeing you there, Phyllis. Thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you. It's a great opportunity, Leslyn.